Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about brand positioning in the competitive market. Okay, now first of all, brand positioning is the unique place a brand occupies in the mind of a customer. That's how unique or how different your brand is being perceived in the mind of a customer. Okay, now in order to successfully position yourself in a competitive market, okay, your brand has to be segmented, it has to be specific, it has to be niched down in a particular area, okay, so that people can actually know that you are specific in this particular area. Okay, now in a competitive market where a lot of people sell the same products, okay, let's say in a fashion market where people sell the same clothes, the same bags and all that, people may not be confused because of they sell the same products. Okay, they may be confused because they may not be confused because they have a lot of options. Okay, they will be confused because everybody is saying the same thing. Okay, everybody is saying the same thing. They are saying they sell affordable clothes, they sell the same trendy clothes and all that. So there is nothing really they can use to attach themselves to a particular brand because everybody is kind of blended in, okay, in that market. I don't know if I'm saying this in a way you understand, but everybody is kind of blended blended in. Okay, so there's nothing really differentiating one brand from the other. Okay, it's not just about your brand identity or the kind of products you sell. Okay, it's more about their emotional attachment, their personal attachment to that brand. Okay, so that's why it is very important in a competitive market. You need to, define a clear problem you are solving. You need to define a clear identity. You need to define a clear voice. Okay, that's and a clear brand story. Okay, because all these things is going to help you to segment yourself and position yourself in a different way. Okay, so that when customers see you, when people see you in the market, they'll be able to associate you with a particular thing. Okay, they'll be able to differentiate you from other brands that are offering the similar products. Let's take for instance, you sell a fashion product. Okay, let's say for instance you sell a skincare product. Okay, so let's say that there are other competitors in that field that sell these skincare products, and all of them are saying they sell products that produce healthy skin, clear skin and all that. But if you want to segment yourself as a brand, you can say that you sell skincare products for people that have maybe skin irritation. Okay, people that their skins that have irritation in their skin. Okay, you are not just selling a product for everyone, but people that usually have skin irritation. Now, this will now make you to kind of be niched down in that particular field. Okay, so as people that always have skin irritation will always come to you because your brand is being segmented, your brand is being specific. Okay, your brand is being specific. So the same example may go for a fashion brand. Okay, people may say, okay, we sell trendy clothes, we may sell fashion clothes, but you may say, okay, we design clothes specifically for school kids. Okay, people that specifically for school kids, not just for women and men and all that, but specifically for school kids. Okay, this will make you niche down in the competitive market. This will kind of position you in the competitive market in the sense that you will not kind of join them to, you not kind of join them to sell to everyone. Okay, because everybody is trying to sell to everyone. Okay, but as you have been niched down to selling your clothes to only school kids, you kind of be niched down in a particular area. Okay, so that you will not just join them in the competitive market. You be in your own market. It could be kind of monopolized. Okay, you only be selling your products to only people that's only to school kids. Okay, so this is how you survive you successfully position yourself in a competitive market, okay, and make yourself, dominant in the market, because you have been niched down, you have been specific. Okay, so this is how brand positioning in a competitive market works. Okay, so there are about 3 things are clear, okay, in order to successfully position your brand. You need to kind of clarify who you are as a brand. Okay, and by who you are, I'm talking about your brand personality. Okay, your brand personality, your brand values, what do you stand for, your brand behavior, how do you actually respond, how do you actually attend to customers. Okay, by brand personality, I'm talking about, do you usually appear as in a human nature or in a corporate nature, okay, or in a friendly way. Okay, so all these things defines who you are. Okay, you also need to answer the question about the problem you solve. Okay, that's where the segmentation I talked about comes into play. What problem do you solve? How niche down is your product, is your service offering? Okay, and also need to talk about the belief that drives your brand. Okay, and in terms of the belief, we talk about your brand purpose. Now, your brand purpose is the drive, is the reason why your brand exists beyond material gain, beyond financial gain. Okay, that's the reason for the existence of your brand beyond just the money, because the essence of a brand itself is to make money. But what is this? What is the reason behind the existence of that brand? Okay, what is the belief that drives you to establish that brand? Okay, so that particular brand purpose is what kind of also helps you to differentiate yourself in a competitive market. Okay, your brand, because each brand has their own brand story. Okay, now your brand story is different from another brand's brand story, and your brand story is what kinds of make people to associate your brand with a particular thing. They may say, okay, this is why this brand exists. Okay, and to kind of create that emotional or personal touch with your audience or with your potential customers. Okay, so if you can clearly define these 3 things, you make yourself much more appealing to the audience, much more appealing to your potential customers. Okay, because once people see you, they'll be able to associate you with a particular need. Okay, and once they can associate you with a particular need, it will be more easier for them to come and buy from you. At Gobuildly, we are passionate about helping businesses like yours grow with powerful digital solutions. Our services include web design and development, mobile app development, AI automation development, software development, sponsored ads, and social media management. You can book a call with us at www.gobuildly.co.uk. See you there.